Thank you guys for tuning in to another segment of the Sit Down with Malik Wright, presented by First Star Logistics. On this segment, I'll be discussing Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos, Sean Payton made a decision that they are going to go with Jarrett Stidham the rest of the way, thus putting into doubt, I would say, Russell Wilson's future with Denver. I would say that Russell Wilson has definitely had a tumultuous time in Denver, right? I mean, you get the sense, at least for people that I talked to, it's not necessarily it wasn't his first choice or where he wanted to be. He definitely wanted to go to the New York media. Um, uh, and it didn't work out that way. The Denver Broncos were the team that were willing to cave up and give the picks. I know the Giants were interested in him at one point in time, but it brings us to just in doubt his future in Denver. Sean Payton certainly has his way of going about things, and I think if Sean Payton couldn't get the guy right, I don't know who could. I don't know who can. Russell Wilson was a guy that I would say he built a lot of his legacy off of what he did with the Legion of Boom days, handing it off to Marshawn Lynch and putting that together with a play action, deep shots, Tyler Lockett, and all the various receivers that he had over there in Seattle. And it just has not meshed quite well in Denver. It feels like if they take a step forward, they take 10 steps back. Right. And I think for me, it's a sad ending for a guy that really believed in his ability. You hear so many whispers coming out of Denver, or I'm sorry, coming out of Seattle when he was there about he believed that he was on the same tier of some of the elite quarterbacks and wanted to cook. That's how the whole saying of "let Russ cook" came about. And we just haven't seen that. Seattle, Pete Carroll, they wanted to give him more opportunities to run his style of offense, more spread, and it didn't work out that way. Albeit he's dealt with injuries the last couple of seasons, but in Denver, you look at the abundance of receivers that he had with Cortland Sutton, Jerry Judy, Marvin Mims. You'd think that he'd be able to find success with those guys, and it just not. It hasn't panned out that way. And honestly, for the life of me, I can't tell you why. Now, do I think Jarrett Stidham is going to be the one to give the Denver Broncos life? No. Do I think he can do exactly what Russell Wilson has done? I think anybody could do exactly what Russell Wilson has done. But I guess the question here is this the end for Russell Wilson? I think a guy like Russell Wilson will always have an opportunity to compete for a starting job in the National Football League because he is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, even though his defense was one of the greatest defenses of all time. He still has that tag to his name. Now, when you think about it all, you got to ask yourself how many teams would be willing to give a guy like Russell Wilson chances? Tennessee Titans? Maybe. All right, maybe. When I continue to look at it, I just find it hard. I find it hard to find a spot. Maybe the Patriots, right? If they're in the quarterback market this year, maybe. I'm trying to find out where is a good spot for a guy like Russell Wilson to continue his playing career because one thing's for sure, the guy loves football. He wants to be a football player. I don't think him being married to Sierra and having all these extra endeavors outside of the game of football are things that distract him. I think he genuinely wants to win at his core. But it comes a point in time, right, where no matter how much you think you can play, I would say your play on the football field dictates how long you stay in this league. You don't believe me? There's a guy who was ultra talented, one of the best quarterbacks that I've seen come out, Cam Newton. He believes in his heart he can still play. I don't believe in his heart. In my heart, he could still play because I saw what he put forth the last 2 seasons in New England, even his last stint in Carolina. Wasn't too good. Wasn't too great. So for guys like Russell Wilson, Cam Newton, and when I say guys like that, I'm talking about guys that love the game of football, guys that were ultra uber talented. At some point, you don't dictate how long you stay in this game if your play is falling off. I think Russell Wilson will get one more shot in the National Football League to prove he can be a starting capable quarterback under the right system. Hell, maybe the Falcons would take a shot at him. But for me, Russell's his legacy, he's gonna be remembered for what he did with the Legion of Boom days, but the last couple of years, man, have definitely tarnished that to some degree, I would say. But I think Russell Wilson has a chance to still play in the National Football League. I think he has a chance to still prove doubters wrong, but it's gonna be up to him. Let us know down in the comment section what you guys think. If you like more video content like this, give this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss when we go live from the First Star Logistics studio.